Hi, well, I'm aboard the Derry-Londonderry-Doire boat in its home port here, and I'm joined by skipper Dan Smith and circumnavigator Ruth Charles. Ruth, almost circumnavigator, how does that feel?
It's a pretty awesome feeling. It's one of those things that probably won't truly sink in until it's over. I can't quite believe that I've done 40,000 miles sailing, but it's good to be back on UK soil, feeling near to completion and still be here and smiling. So.
Well, Dan, as I say, nearly all the way around the world,
That's
so
right.
A lot of miles under the keel. What sort of important things have you had to teach the crew about maintenance of equipment?
Yeah, the team have been very good with maintenance. You can actually see that round about us we're working hard on maintenance at the moment. I guess we've spent a lot of time in port getting the boat ready, and the idea is if the boat's ready, things aren't breaking, then it makes life easier when we are racing. So we've been very rigorous about how we've gone through all the running rigging, all the hardware, the sails, and just making sure that everything's working well and not about to fail on us.
So, alongside everything else in the sailing, what have you learnt, Ruth, about maintenance while you've been on board?
Well, I hadn't really done anything like this before, so it's the first time I'd ever taken a block apart or done anything with running rigging. So I feel like now I know a lot more. I happily can be left to take things apart and put them back together, and they still work. So that's good.
So, Dan, as well as keeping the boat moving, what else have you had to do to sort of build the team across the last 10 or 11 months?
Yeah, I guess the thing that we've been doing to really keep the team moving and sailing well is trying to get the team to sort of spread the knowledge amongst themselves. So we've got a lot of very good sailors. We've got some of the team that even the ones that hadn't sailed before they started have now done over 40,000 miles. So as we're getting new members on the team, it's important for them to be spreading their knowledge throughout the rest of the crew and bringing everybody up to the racing standard where we need them.
Yeah. So what was the Harken Tech team hardware training like before you left St. Cat's? How useful was that?
Yeah, so we had a day in the classroom, or half a day in the classroom, half a day on the boat, going through the equipment that we were going to be using, how to take it apart, how to put it back together, and what would go wrong with it. So we learned a lot about the equipment, how to use it, how not to use it, and the other key stuff, all the maintenance, to keep it running and keep it running well. So yeah, very important.
And Ruth, at this point, have you had a chance to reflect in terms of what you've learned through your experience?
Well, sailing, I've learned that I don't cope well in very cold, wet scenarios, but I've also learned just to get on with it and enjoy it and expect the unexpected, and whatever comes your way, just grab hold of that opportunity and run with it.
So what's next for you, do you think?
We don't know. Open to offers for jobs, homes, living accommodation. I gave up my job to be here, so the world is my oyster. We will wait and see what happens.
Okay, and Dan, for you, what comes next?
Yeah, for me, I've got a couple of months off, so back to Scotland, get my house back and do a bit of work on that, and then back to work early October in Scotland teaching sailing.
Okay, well, thanks for joining us today, both of you. Good luck with the rest of the race, and we'll see you in London on July 30th.
Thank you very much.
So that's all from here in Derry-Londonderry, talking about Harken, and no doubt they're going to party hard for the rest of this stopover. Thank you.